This is my walking horse, Ed's Platinum Blonde. She's a mare. She's been being ridden in the in a spade bit setup. I'm training her, and along with our other horses, in the Vaquero tradition of horsemanship. It's something that I haven't seen very many people do. I've had a couple people contact me that do this with their walking horses as well, and we're really encouraging a couple years ago when we were talking about it. And anyhow, it's a really interesting tradition, and I think it really honors the horse. Some people look at the tack and they think, they don't understand it, but it's actually a real natural way to ride, or helps them get in a real healthy frame so that they can carry a rider. It's a weighted bit. So I'm just going to take her out. This, what you see on her neck here, this is called a get down rope. I don't know if you can see it or not here. See that? That's a get down rope, because when you get off of the horse with this bridle setup, you never would lead them with this. You don't want to do this. This whole setup, this whole bridle and everything, as you can see there, was designed to be used on a horse that really knows a lot already. It's all the foundation has been put on it, and well, all the foundation really, and then this is for fine tuning and helping the horse, and over time it just really benefits the horse. These kind of, if you ride in this tradition correctly. Eric and I were talking about it yesterday, in that we're noticing that the horses that we've been riding them in this way are naturally starting to build up real nice muscle, real nice neck, rounding out really nice. They just look healthy, and so really encouraged about it. I think the horses like it because you're not micromanaging them. This is something that you primarily ride with a loose rein. The way this bit works is it's a weighted bit, and so it has a place where it just likes to naturally hang, and that position is also a good position for the horse to develop the right kind of muscles to carry a rider. And so how we use this here is, and I won't do it now because she's just standing here, but I'll pick up on if I'm asking with my body and we're going to be doing something and she's kind of not paying attention or something, all I would do is pick up on it just a hair, and I don't even really take the slack out of the chains with her because she's so sensitive, but she just feels that, and then she goes, oh okay, what were you asking? And she thinks about what I was asking, and then we'll respond, and then you just release. So a lot of times you're riding with little or no contact, and the bit is working off of gravity, so as you go up and down hills and all that kind of stuff, the horse will find the correct place to hold its body, and it kind of works down. It's more like I always say, gravity has perfect timing, so you're never late with the reward or the cue or anything, so it's kind of cool. Now what she's doing here, if this is the first video you've watched of mine, why I'm not doing anything right now, this is important when you first get on your horse, is to not just take off. I'm just talking a riding horse. Obviously if you're racing horses or something, it's different, but this, by sitting on her like this for a few minutes before we take off really helps her mental, her understanding of what needs to happen, because horses tend to anticipate what we're going to do, and I like to say they like to try to finish your sentence or finish your thought, and because they just avoid any sort of pressure, and so they're depending on the horse, some are more. She is very much like this, where she is really actively thinking, like, what's he asking? Let me do this. She responds with 110%. And so if I were to climb on her and go climb on, swing my leg over, kind of 1, 2, 3, and then ask her to go, something like that, it wouldn't be very long before, as I'm swinging my leg over, she'd be taken off, because she just thinks that's what you'd want her to do. So that's kind of interesting. So a lot of people don't, if you see someone trying to get on their horse and they're taken off and with them partway on, you know that that's what either they're doing or somebody who's ridden that horse before has done. So anyhow, now what I'm gonna do here, I'll just talk you through it a little bit. Like I said, if this is one of your first videos, I'm gonna lift up grab a hold of the reins, I'm gonna lift up and I'm gonna put my hand forward a little bit. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit with my legs, just ever so slightly, and then I'm gonna cluck, and she's gonna take off. She's gonna move off on one of those cues you're gonna see. And then for some reason, if she didn't, which she's going to, you might smack your leg or something, and then I might even crack her if I had to. But like I said, she's so sensitive, that's not going to happen. And so here we go. So sit up and just go forward. There we go. Now she wants to go over there by her buddy. Go this way. Come on. See, now what she's doing, she's lingering a little bit because we were resting there. So she's saying to herself, let's get back to the rest spot. So we're just going to head out with her. Come on. Important thing to do when you're riding a horse, and this can be one of the harder things to do, is to be relaxed. Try to be relaxed. It's not easy if you got a horse jigging underneath you and acting all erratic, because you know it can happen. I mean, you can get hurt, right? So, but work on your relaxation. And then what I'm going to talk about on this ride a little bit is what I think are some of what's maybe going on in a horse's mind. Okay, now this is just my opinion. Take it or leave it. I really don't, you know. I mean, if you got another way of thinking about it, that's fine. This is just to help you maybe understand a little bit what's going on. But I think when a horse is calm and listening to you, they're living in what I call in the present. Okay, they're listening, they're right present with you. So they're concentrating, they're listening to you. Now she just lost it there. She's listening to the other one, but I've got probably about 30%, 40% maybe concentration on me. Maybe a little more. Anyhow, and then if a horse starts acting up, let's just call it acting up, like, I don't know, it's racing back, or like turtle walking out. Like, she's kind of turtle walking right now. For her, she's fast actually, so she's kind of turtle walking right now. Why she's turtle walking, and that's just me, I mean, by that I mean just slow walking, is that she doesn't want to leave her herd and her buddies. Okay, so she's kind of like, oh, we sure want to do this? So that's what she's doing. Now, if I were to turn her around, she'd probably race back to the barn. I think she's going to pee here. Let's see. Yeah, she's peeing. Okay, so this is where I think the best place to be with your horse is living in the present. So say it's in the present. If your horse is living in the future, meaning it wants to get somewhere, it wants to get back. See right there, that's her. She was good. I'm glad she did that. See, she wanted to go back, so she thought she'd go back with some gusto. I had to put my leg on her and just pull back on the rein just a hair to let her know, hey, no, we're not doing that. So anyhow, if they live in the future, what I call the future, they're thinking about somewhere they want to be. It's usually get back with the herd, okay? If they're living in the past, that's what I call the past, they're thinking about something scary that happened to them, okay? And the answer for all those things is to get them to live in the present with you. Okay, and how you do that, or one of the ways to do that, is by asking them to do things, you know, when you're riding. And get them to start, they have to start concentrating. You know, like right now, she's turtle walking. This is turtle walking for her. And hear how she's blowing out. So she's She's letting go of some of the stress. She probably doesn't want to leave the herd, you know. And so she's kind of just poking. Now what'll happen is somewhere as we get, it's kind of by the pump house up here, just past that is where it's her bubble, okay, like where she thinks now she's committed to go on the ride. So right now, like if I would, I'm going to show you, if I turn to the right, she's going to go with some gusto. Here. Now, see how she, see? Okay, see how she picked up speed here? Okay, see what I'm saying? Now I'm just, yeah, just pay attention. There you go, good, good. Okay, so she got dancy there because she wanted to, she was thinking in the future. Oh, I get down to the barn, it'd be great. Go in the stall, see my buddy, eat some hay, take a break, you know, whatever. So that's what she's thinking. So her mind right now, she's in the future a little bit, you know. And this is the part that takes the longest. Whoop, there we go. No. You see how she's telling me no. I want to go this. I don't want to go back to the barn. So it's she knows what she's supposed to do. Okay, it's not like she doesn't know how to ride, or she doesn't know her here you go, know my cues or anything. It's just that she is thinking, has very strong thoughts for getting back to the herd. Okay, you'll hear them call it buddy sour, herd sour, you know, that kind of thing, barn sour. Those are all those things. Now the thing like I'd like to think about though with a horse, I mean, horses are herd animals. All right, it's like a school of fish, a flock of birds. They have safety in numbers. They instinctually are wired that way. Okay, they find comfort when they're with their herd. And now their herd, when they head out, they'll have to listen. If they're younger, and they'll be listening to other members of the herd, and they'll be kind of schooling them and helping them learn about the environment. Like if they were actually traveling 20 miles a day or something, they'd be crossing creeks, they'd run into predators, they'd run into tight spots that aren't safe, all these kind of things. And the older horses would teach them, the stallion and the mares would teach them what to do in those situations, how to cross a creek, you know, Jamal, let's go, stick with the herd kind of thing. And what you got to understand, well, that's going on every time a horse gets separated from the herd. And you'll see, you can test it out with your horse. You can see what distance they start to get anxious when they're separated from the horse, the other horses. Okay, it could be 12 feet, it could be 100 yards, you know, it could be something in between there, right? So when your horse leaves the other horses, they feel anxious, they feel unsafe, all those things. And that's what you're seeing. Some of this is what you're seeing right here. Now, through riding her and being consistent, and me taking her through difficult situations, like maybe crossing a creek, maybe going into a dark, shadowy area in the woods, you know, being calm when you jump deer or anything that might spook them, or, well, those things over time, they start to look to you as, hey, this guy keeps me, this guy or gal keeps me safe. You know, I don't have to, I can trust them. And that's the part that takes the longest. The actual teaching them the skill, like, you know, disengage the hind end, or turning on the haunches, or side passing, any of those kind of things. Those don't take a long time to actually get them to understand the concept. Now, if you're going to polish it, like really, you know, that takes a little longer, but that's over time. But actually getting it, understanding the concept, usually within a minute or two, they've got it. And it depends on how good you are with your releases and stuff, your timing. I just want to check the camera here. Let me see. Make sure this is going okay. Yep. No. What? What'd you see? See, I was looking at the phone, not paying attention. All right, let's go back this way. You're good. Let's go. There we go. I don't know if you can see or not, but her rein chains are just swinging, so she doesn't even have anything on here. But she's all kind of boogered a little bit. You know, she wants to get back to the herd. But once I get her out a little bit, she'll settle down. But the key is to be loose, you know. Don't get yourself all tensed up. It just makes it worse. And if you see like what I'm doing here, like you'll see me slide up a little bit. This is a controlled way to really manage like how much pressure you put on. There you go. It's a beautiful day. This is what is it, March 21st, 2026. See, so she's kind of, I mean, she's listening, you know, she's listening good, but her mind's not really with me. She's probably thinking, oh man, we could just turn around and head back, and you know. And a lot of times what's good is you take them back to the barn, you work them, and then you head right back out. You know, you got to mix it up. If it gets too predictable, they'll start to, you know, try to finish your sentence. They'll say, oh, we usually go out for about an hour. Now we've been out about an hour and a half. They may start acting up because they normally ride for an hour or maybe 30 minutes or 2 hours, whatever it is. You'll find that they kind of know what that time is, and they may start acting up like once it's past that. See, she's looking around. There you go. I'm just gonna, there you go, pull it back. That was just pretty much my body. You see, this bridle setup, it doesn't have any lateral. You don't use it laterally. Any lateral training is done. Hold on a second. Now you see how she's just started speeding up like crazy because she thinks she's heading back. No. I just want to get her to self-carriage here. Stop going forward. Don't want you to go forward. Don't go forward. There you go. Now keep releasing, see? Now I'm going to turn her. There you go. So like I said, this bit doesn't have any lateral. You don't cheat, like pull out at all. It doesn't work like that. They should know all that by then. If they don't, if you find a hole, you just got to put them back into a hackamore and then fix it and then go back to the spade. You might want to then ride in the 2-rein a little bit to polish them up. And a 2-rein, in case this is the first video you've watched, a 2-rein is where we use that bridle and then that headstall, and then we also have it's called a bozalita. It's a loop, a leather woven loop with horsehair reins. It's only 1/4 inch, so it hardly does anything, but it's enough to, if they're rusty on something, to get a little lateral work done with them if you have to. Now see, this is another thing that I've been practicing with her. I don't know if you ride outside a lot, but if you do, see, she's a little stiff right there. That's back to the barn. So now we're heading out here. So I'm going to slow her down. Okay, what I was saying earlier is going up the hill. Well, it's fun to run up a hill. Like Eric says, don't do it every time, because then they'll just get in the habit of every time they see a hill, it's run time. And if you don't want to, you know, it's just another thing you got to untrain. So mix it up. So like you saw her, she would have loved to run up that hill, but I just let her know, no, we're just gonna walk down it. There you go, girl. There you go, girl. So now what I'm gonna do is take her right back up. See, she thought we were gonna head that way. See? So I block her with my leg. I blocked her with my right leg. And then just turn her back up. Now, what I'm trying to do right now is get to her mind. Okay? Now I'm let her run up. But I'm trying to get to her mind. And there's a horseman saying that you get to their mind through their feet. And then sometimes you get to their feet through their mind. You know, but she's got a lot of energy, so I'm just going to let her explore that. You know, and she's the one who wants to do this like this, not me. My body language and the saddle and everything is not telling her to go as, you know, lively as she is. See, she's ready to take off there. So I'm going to stop her. No, stop her. No. See, she hasn't changed her mind. No, see, she hasn't changed her mind. She just thinks she's living in the, what I call living in the future there. No. 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 I just want to see if I can get through to her. No, no, it's fine. No, back up. All right, you want to work here? Come on, let's go. All right. Usually that'll do it right there with her. Just make her work a little bit. See, again, I asked her to do stuff. Instead of just telling her no, I asked her to do stuff. And that usually will cut through the noise. And you'll get them, you'll bring them back to you. So now I did make it easier on her. I turned her the other way, okay? Because where she wants to go, you can kind of see, look at her. She wants to go that way. So I did make it a little easier on her. I did, when I finished working her a little bit, I faced her this way, so it's not the same way. But I think I'm going to take her down there and turn her around and have her go right back up the hill, because this is where she wants to go. So I'm going to take her down there and work her a little bit. So you see, it's kind of reverse psychology, you know, on them. They have a thought in their head. Like, she's thinking, if I get back to the barn, everything will be great. You know, that's what she's thinking. And it's strong. Like, look at her. I mean, she's thinking about it. You know, she has not given up that thought. Okay? She has not. So that's the challenge. And it could take hours of you working with a horse to get them to change their thought. But you don't want to necessarily get harsher and harsher. You might just have to, many times, just outlast them. You know, you're just persistent, right? Okay, so what we're going to do now, watch when I turn her this way. Watch how much energy she'll put into that. She'll hustle. Watch. See what I'm saying? She took right off. See? So. But I'm gonna get her down here, and I'm gonna work her when she gets down here, because she's thinking this is gonna be great. I really need to take her all the way back to the barn and do it probably, but there we go. Now you'll hear me exhaling and stuff. I'm trying to communicate to her that, you know, bring it down, because they'll respond to your breathing. If you exhale deeply, and that'll help slow your heart rate, and then their heart rate will match yours. So if yours is really elevated and scared, you're gonna almost cause them to get that same way. But if you're calm, you can bring them down. I don't know if you've heard that before, like a horse will horses in a herds, their heartbeats will synchronize. So here we go. So I'm just gonna hustle around here a little bit. Yep, here you go. Some trees. There you go. There you go, this way. See how she keeps like going up here. Like, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but can you feel the enthusiasm to go this way? You know, that's what I'm talking about. You know, she's enthusiastic about going this way, and that just shows you where her mind is. That's all. See how turtle walking now? Because we're going away. And you see how her head is kind of bent again. She's thinking back that way. She's not thinking. She's not with me, present. She keeps thinking her idea is better. All right, that's what I'm saying. You know, is it any? Are you mixed up at all about what she wants to do? You see, her head's high too, so she's getting herself frantic because she's anticipating getting there back there with her buddies. So I'm going to take her back and I'm going to work her when I get there. So here we go. So it's going to be hustling a little bit here. I may not talk through the whole thing, so just kind of enjoy the ride here. Here we go. See how her head's bent? She's thinking back to the barn. She's not with me. She's not. See how she went? That's where her mind. She's just not present, right? And this is when they'll spook too. They'll spook at stuff because they're not with you. And all of a sudden something like kind of creeps up on them. Watch out for that. There you go. Now I want you to watch this, okay? She's taking off. She keeps speeding up, and I'm gonna let her go, and you're gonna see where, hopefully here, where she feels she's back to where she wants to be. Slow her down just a hair. There you go. Because we're going to find out where she wanted to be. Whoa. Alright, I got to pull back with her. Alright, so I'm showing you where her mind is. This is where she wanted to come back to. So I'm going to get her in here. Just be safe around my car in there. Okay, let's see where she wants to go. The minute she gets there, I'm gonna work her like crazy. All right, let's see where she wants to go. All right, right here. Come on. All right, come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go this way. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. So her buddies are here. I'm just gonna keep pressuring her, keep her moving, make it a lot of work. I don't know if you hear me, that smacking, that's my leg. I'm smacking my leg. She's so sensitive, she doesn't need anything to get her to go, you know. So I'm just, you know, circling her here, keep her going, put a little leg on her, keep her going, you know, because this was her idea. It wasn't my idea. I just want to go on a nice, peaceful trail ride. I didn't want to be, you know, feeling like she's gonna, like her accelerator's gonna, gas pedal's gonna stick, and, you know, that's what she was doing, you know. So let's just see. This was her idea. Come on. This way. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You gotta let them to where they start thinking, oh man, what was I thinking? This is a bad idea. Yeah. We were talking about that yesterday, Eric and I. He does this with, he's been riding Buck and Merlin a lot, and you know, when they want to race back, oh, he just work them. And it was funny because yesterday we were coming back up the driveway this way towards the barn, and he said, did you see how my horses started turtle walking? Because they didn't want to go back to the barn. They thought, oh no, it's better out here, you know, because he could take us in for a lot of work, you know. And well, they just walked in real nice, so you just put them away, you know. Well, hung them and then put them away. So I just got to make this work, you know. There you go. There you go. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on, there you go. Good. All right, you want to head out? Head out? Let's see about heading out. Now, what you want to do when you head out, you don't want to work them hard out here. You want it to be like nice and easy. There's got to be a contrast. The more black and white it is, the better. Like I said, you don't have to be mean or anything. I'm never saying being mean, but you're just gonna, like, this is exercise area. You know, you came into the exercise area, and you could think of it like this way. Maybe I'm just saying, oh, I misunderstood. I thought you wanted to do this. You know, you're giving me all the signs that you saw how fast she ran back. Now see again, see how her head is bent this way? Thoughts are back. Her thoughts are back there. See how she's turtle walking, stopping? Again, her thoughts are back there at the barn. So I'm gonna keep doing this and see how she is out here. Like if I turn her around, like I'll get up here close to the house and I'll turn her around. Now see how she's slowing down there on her own. So this is telling me this is where she wants to be. Here or the barn, you know. So she's going to get to a certain point where she's really going to start turtle walking, and that'll kind of give you a clue to what they're thinking. Okay. Now I'm going to turn her around, see what she does. If she hustles back real fast, Yep. Okay, she's hustling here. She's gonna get worked. Watch, she's going right for the manhole. Now she's coming over here. Maybe she thinks, oh, maybe this is not work. Okay, this is where she wanted to be. So here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. This way. So just really work her. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on. So this is where she wanted to go. So okay, here you go. There you go. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. All right, let's head out. Let's head out. So just keep testing her like this and see what she does, you know? Now I'm not really asking a whole lot. I'm just sitting nice and easy. You can see she's still kind of elevated. I'm not squeezing my legs really to get her to be that way. I'm not really doing anything. It's just in her mind. So, again, see how her head's bent that way? It's where she's thinking, okay? She's thinking that way. See, hasn't changed her mind. Now you could be constant because we're correcting them and correcting them and correcting them, but that doesn't change their mind. You know, if you let them do what they want to do, like say they want to get back to the barn because they're just thinking it's break time or whatever, let them go back there and show them, oh, you got a lot of energy. It's not break time, it's extra work time. You know, extra calisthenics. It's like HIIT training, you know. Here we go. Same thing, here she goes. Let's see where she goes here again. Now I'm just gonna follow her. Watch where you're going. Where you going? Let's see where she goes this time. Okay, so now she's gonna go in a different way. Okay. So she's trying out different things here, okay? I hope you enjoy this, because this is something that a lot of people struggle with their horses. It's very common. It's just a horse. It's just what horses do, okay? So I'm gonna see where she wants to go here. When she stops, wherever she is. Just gonna see, I'm just trying to get a clue to what she wants to do. Okay. Okay, so she thinks she can stand here. Okay. It's not a really good place to work her, but so I'll just do it here right in the grass. Come on, here we go. So this is something that stallions will do too. Like I call it, stallions have real strong thoughts, and those thoughts, they don't give up easy. Okay, so if they want to get back to the herd, or they see a horse that they want to fight or something like that, they can have a lot of stick-to-itness with that, so they could not give up that thought. And mares are kind of similar to that too, because they're intact. You know, your geldings will have some of that drive taken away because they're gelded and they don't have the testosterone, but the mares have this same sort. They can not want to give up a thought, but with a mare, you just, with any horse, it's a lot to do with what your relationship is with that horse too. So you need to spend some time with that to like get them to want to be around you, you know. And yeah, so see, I'm speeding her up here. Now see, she's holding her head up. She'll figure that out on her own. I don't have to pull it down or anything, because that bit, when she holds her head up there inverted like that, like she's right there, it's uncomfortable. It's, you know, it's just it's uncomfortable. It's not like painful, but it's just like it just doesn't. It's not in balance. So, and it feels like it's out of balance. So she'll try to bring her head into balance, and that'll help her body. But when she raises her head like that, she'll hollow out, and if left to do that, that will actually, it's like learning to lift weights incorrectly, or learning to swing a tennis racket, or golf swing, or something like that. Golf clubs, you know, the better you have the form, the better. If you don't have good form, you can hurt your body basically over time. So that's what we don't want to have happen with her. I want to build her up. And you see how she's dropping her head on her own here? Okay. Yeah, she is starting to come to. Okay, now we're just going to head out here. Nope. I'm just going to keep doing this. And you may have to do this 20 times. But the more black and white, like if I just came back and just kind of let her mosey around and everything, she wouldn't get it. She wouldn't understand, you know. But when you work them, but if you notice, like, okay, first time she came down, she took one path. Second time she took another path. Third time she took another path. And so she is going through options in her head. Like, is this the answer, you know? Which is really kind of cool. So she's a horse that is seeking the right answer. Now you see, okay, her head isn't as bent that way. It's bent that way. Now it's bent more, but she had a few strides where it was more straight. So I'm just judging. I'm learning my horse, learning her, and trying to figure out, and, you know, the better you understand them, the better you'll be able to help them. Okay, come on. See how she's turtle walking? Come on, keep going there. You can hustle a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to get up to this gate, and I'm going to turn around and see what she does. Now I might even just go a little farther, see if she's relaxed about it. See, she's kind of thinking right there that last few times we've turned around right there, so that's why she slowed down and said, hey, do you want to turn around? That's how smart horses are. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to go a little farther. Okay, now I'm going to turn her to the right here, just twisting my body a little bit. Okay, now she wants it. You can see. Okay, everybody, has Blondie changed her mind? Slow your roll. I keep thinking there's a manhole around here. That's why I slowed her down. Has she changed her mind? Nope. Nope, she hasn't. So I think she's going to run here. Okay. All right, slow your roll. You don't need to run on the concrete. It's not good for you. There you go. Now I'm just going to see where she wants to go. She may head in here again. Yep. Okay. All right. Let's see where she goes. So ask yourself, has she given up her thought yet? No. I had to stop her there. She was going to run into the pole. All right. I was waiting for her to do this. This right here is the tack room. So she knows she can come here and get untacked. I did not lead her here. She just did that on her own. So I'm going to, and she'll go right in there. So I'm going to back her up because I'm not going to work her right here in this. I just wanted to see where her mind was. So she's still thinking like, hey, this would be a great idea. Why don't you untack me? You know, okay? And the answer is just relax, girl. But she's got to find that on her own. Just relax. Be with me. You know, we're gonna go on a ride together. Just be with me, and you know, don't be thinking about getting back to the barn. You know, that's all she's got to do. Because she's doing this. I'm not, you know, I'm working her now, but I mean, she's the one who's, you know, just wanting to put in all this energy, which is good. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but Just trying to get her really broke well, you know. Now you see how she's got her head down. And when she does that, when she drops her head like that and you can just feel her back rounding out. And hear that she's rolling the cricket. So she's not clenched her mouth. That's one of the things about the cricket. It's like a fidget spinner. Helps them salivate, but also gives them something to do. And it also, the auditory part about it, that you can hear it making that noise, lets you know, gives you clues to what they're thinking. Are they protecting their mouth by biting down and firmly holding on to the bit? Because you don't want that. If you hear that intermittent sound that you hear now, that creaking, that's a good indicator that her she's not clenching her jaw, that she's relaxing, and she's becoming more present. If they do it creak, 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 they're nervous. If they don't do it at all, they're protecting something. But you can see how her head is now. She's actually in a position where that bit is actually balancing, and so when it does that, it has no pressure whatsoever. Okay, so now we're gonna head out again, see how she does. She wants to run back, we'll run back. Okay, where's she going? See, she's thinking like maybe this place. She's trying to find a way that there's no work. Yeah. She's just thinking maybe there's another door I can come into that makes this, you know, where I can just take a nap, you know, basically. But I've had people look at some of the videos and stuff when the horse is bent or something, and they'll just focus on that horse is counterbent and all this, and I guess if I was trying to train a certain thing, I could see them pointing it out. But the reason she's doing this, look, I'm not even holding on to her, and she's doing that. That's because that's where her mind is. She's back that way. She's thinking so much that her head has to bend there so she can keep a look at it or something. Okay, so here we go again. See, she starts slowing down. See again, bent, thinking that way. I'm not pulling it off. Yep, see? I'm just kind of letting you see what I'm talking about. Letting you see what she's doing here. Yeah. See, now the hard part is when you're out, and if they really want to get back to the barn, the hard part is it's hard for that anxiety to go away. But the best way to help it go away is through movement and asking stuff, getting them mentally thinking about you and physically having to respond. Just like you or me, if we're too much in our heads and all of a sudden you got a boss that starts asking you to do a bunch of stuff and you have to be on your toes, well, all of a sudden you're not daydreaming about all that other stuff. You're not even thinking about it. That's how you want to think with the horse. So I'm just seeing what she's doing here. I really would like her head to be straight. I'm kind of tempted to turn around here and see what she does again. I think I'm going to do that. All right, here we go. See? Right there, she goes, that's exactly what I was thinking about doing. That's exactly what I wanted to do. There she goes, she wants to run again. Watch where you go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Watch that. Okay. I don't like how she's raising her, you know, like kind of hollowing out a little bit. Just slow her down, slow your roll here. There she goes again. Alright, let's see where she wants to go. Alright, let's see. Alright, so he's thinking of maybe in a stall. Alright, come on. Yep, back to, oh, she's going to give this another. You're good. She's not paying any attention. Okay, nope. Come on. I'm going to spin her here a little bit. Come on. Come on. Alright, let's go forward. Come on. Here we go. So I'm just committed to see how long this is going to take, how much I'm going to have to do here. I have to keep running her back. And what you can do too is you can just kind of put your leg on them a little bit, bump them around a little bit, make it a little uncomfortable, you know, where they go, oh, geez, I don't want to do that anymore. There we go. There we go. All right, let's head out again. Let's see if we can just head out again. All right, let's head out. Now I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to ask her. I'm going to ask her to go a little bit. Anytime she bends her head, I'm just going to try to get her thinking more about go. See if I can straighten that out. There we go. That seemed to help. I just put a little leg on her. No, drop your head. No, drop your head. I got my leg on her, but I'm going to wait for her to drop her head before I let it go. Now, I'm not creasing it or anything. See how her ears are on me? That's a good sign. Look, she needs to drop her head. And I just picked up a little bit. I mean, this. There you go. Good, good, good. All right, keep going. No, do good. Right there. Good, good, good. See, she's dropping her head just a little bit. I'm praising her. Good. Good. Now, I like how she's not, well, spoke too soon. She's not bending her head as much, you know, and I'm liking that. I think she's got to take a poop. Yeah. So she's a really good horse. I absolutely love this horse. I just love her. Her and I are like this. We're getting better and better, but I'm just trying to get her through this. This is all part of her maturing and becoming a really, really, really good bridle horse. She's my first bridle horse that I've trained. I watch a lot of people, and Eric's been coaching me a lot, and I've been very blessed with some really good teachers. And I mean, there's a lot of them out there anyway. You know that online. There she goes. She wants to go. No, slow your roll. Slow your roll. I don't like that hollowing your head out. Hollowing your back out. See how she raised her head like that. I don't like that. And this is one of the things that she does. She has a hard time. Like she'll accelerate, and then I think she gets herself a little scared, and then or just anticipates being where she's going, and it just keeps accelerating. I want her to get to where she'll have a nice canter. watch where you're going. You're going to go right in the truck. Back up. Back up. Knock that off. I'm going to take her right in here, and I'm going to spin her right here. Because this is getting to be a habit. Come on. So, there you go. Good girl. Good. 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 Good girl. Good. Good. All right, let's head out. Yeah, her head's still bent like that. She's thinking, go back to the barn. Now, if you notice, her canter out. I spoke too soon. I said, notice her canter was slower, but going this way, it's not. You know, I was just caught me off guard there. Oops, I lost my stirrup. You know. Come on. I'm just going to use some of this energy. She wants to canter and stuff. I'll just use it. This way. This is training horses takes a lot of time, you know, it takes a lot of time. It's fun, I enjoy it, but it takes a lot of time. Here we go. Nope. See? She really wants to go back. There you go. Come on. Nope. Where are you going? Alright, come on. I keep watching for that manhole. I keep forgetting where it is, and I just don't want to run on it and stomp right through it, you know. If you saw that any time she gets a little this way or a little that way, like she thinks, oh, we're heading back, and she hauls, you know. So let me see if I can work on that some more here. Turn her. Okay, see what I'm talking about? Yeah, she wants to head back. Go. Let's work here. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. There she goes. All right, here we go. Drop your head. Drop your head. Come on, drop your head. Drop your head. There you go. Good. Did you see that slight little bit? Well, there she did a big one, but you saw the slight one. I just praised her for that. Nope. Wow. See where her thoughts were? Nope. Come on. Had to block her. She felt the slightest. All I did was put a little leg on her just to move her away from the fence, and she turned like that. Now see how her head's looking that way now. Both ways, but more straight. A little bit more straight. Let's head out. I'm going to speed her up a little bit, get her on the other side. Oh, wasn't paying attention there. Nope, nope, there you go. See, so when they do that, all you can do is move your hand like that. That's as far as you want to go, really. And then the rest is with your leg and your body, legs and your body. So I just pull back a little bit, let her know, hey, no, and I put my leg stronger on her. If I have to, I'll usually turn the heel out. That's usually all it takes with her. She's really super sensitive. Okay. All right, let's speed it up a little, girl. There we go. Well, I'm going to keep working on this. I think I might, towards the end of it, like if I get her coming back calm, I might turn the camera back on and record it. But I don't want this to be a 3-hour video. So I hope you enjoyed this and it makes some sense for you. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, you know, and like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Check out what's really cool is, I think it is, I've organized my videos under my horse's registered name. So her registered name is Ed's Platinum Blonde, and so all her videos, I just put them in that playlist, and so you can actually watch her progress over the years and see where she was and where she is now, and along with other horses, you know, any horse that I'm usually, when I'm working with them, I'll start recording. I don't record every single session, but you can see the progress. And I really don't edit stuff out or really edit much because I like it to be more realistic. I think you can learn more if you see a horse that's not paying attention and doing stuff and me working through it than one that's got it all figured out and it looks like magic. So that's kind of my philosophy on this. And I talk a lot about horse behavior, a lot of other things. I've got a pretty large, pretty extensive knowledge with animals, period, and I'll bring different stuff in the conversations as we're riding, and behavioral things and whatnot. So, and you can be looking at a horse while I'm saying that kind of stuff. So that's kind of my thinking on it. Our website is walkinghorses.com. I do have horses. I do have quite a few horses right now for sale. Some of them are on that thing, and some aren't. You know, I've got quite a few that aren't even listed. And we're getting ready. Our constructions should be completed this summer, and we're going to be starting doing clinics and stuff too. So that's kind of cool. Okay, here we are. I think she's finally gotten through. She's just walking back now. See see, I'm just giving her, I'm not, look at, go, and she's just walking, taking it easy, got her head down. Oh, she's doing a lot better, so this is an improvement here. See what she does. Yeah, she's going real slow. If you remember earlier, I mean, she's racing everywhere. Now, she is a little tired, but honestly not bad, because this horse has like insane stamina. I mean, insane. Just, right now, if I push, she could just take right off, no problem. But we're working with their mind. That's what I keep saying. It's their mind. So I got a little leg on it there. Put a little right leg just to steer. But she didn't race off. See, she's probably been back here about a dozen times. Let's go this way now. Let's go this way. There you go. I blocked her from going in that way. Okay, she's still a little elevated here. But kind of shows you where her mind still is, But keep in mind, this is horses, This is what they do. They're herd animals, So you don't want to work against it. You want to work with it and help them, It's their instinct, So, well, this is Blondie. I'm going to stop right here in the shade with her. Okay, this is Ed's Platinum Blonde. I'm Ed. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out more of the videos and subscribe. Thanks. Should people subscribe? They should. Hey, smash that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.